Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 2000 release by Corgi from their TV tie-in series of classic die-cast models. And this particular one we're looking at today is from the classic television series Dads Army. Now, Dads Army was a British television sitcom about the Home Guard during the Second World War. And it ran for 9 seasons, I think, from 68 to 77. 9 years it ran for. And I think there was a total of 80 episodes in all, about 30-minute episodes that were made. Okay, now it was basically a bunch of old blokes that became the British Home Guards. I think the Mr. Mainwaring or Captain Mainwaring, as he became, was the bank manager. There was Mr. Jones, who was a butcher, and so on. So they were all general people that became the Home Guard during the Second World War. Okay, this particular item we're looking at today is of the Mr. Jones butcher's van, which was modified into a army training van for the TV series. Okay, so this is the box that it comes in. And at the top it's got Dad's Army, and you've got part of the British flag there, the United Kingdom flag. It's got Don't Panic, and at the front there you can see Jonesy, as played by the late great Clive Dunn, and you can see his Thornycroft butcher's van just behind the window, and on the right hand side you can see a small metal white metal die cast hand painted figure of Jones himself there. And at the very bottom of the box it says die cast metal model, and you got the Corgi logo on the bottom right hand side. Okay, that's the front of the box. Just going to turn the box around and let's see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the box around. This is what we got on the back. So it says Dad's Army again, and you've got part of the United Kingdom flag there, and there you can see an image from the television show of J. Jones's Thornycroft butcher's van, and it says "Don't panic. The beloved yet bumbling Home Guard platoon of Walmington-on-Sea protected the Second World War front line of England for 9 series of classic British television comedy. One of the most useful tools at Captain Mainwaring's disposal was Corporal Jones Thornycroft van, modified from its usual use as a butcher's delivery van to transport the platoon on movers. With the addition of moving portholes for the men to deploy their rifles while staying in relatively safety, the vehicle bolstered the reach of the platoon on many of their exterior training missions. This release includes a white metal figure of Corporal Jones, trusty bayonet in hand. And it's got Corgi at the bottom again, and you've got the die-cast metal model on the bottom right-hand corner. And it says W/T, which is for World War II. Okay, let's just turn the box to the side. And again, it's got Dad's Army, Don't Panic, and the Corgi again, and the United Kingdom flag. And it's exactly the same on the other side again. Dad's Army, Don't Panic, and the Corgi logo. If I just drop it to the bottom, you can see the Hornby Hobbies, who own Corgi. It's an official product manufactured by Hornby Hobbies Limited. EU authorised representatives, and a detailed die-cast scale model for the adult collector, not suitable for children under 14 years of age. All the warning information, copyright information is there, and it's CC09003, Dad's Army, J. Jones, Thornycroft van, and Mr. Jones figurine, and there's the barcode there as well. Okay, so that's the box. So let's take it out of the box, have a look at the item, and yeah, let's have a really good review of it. Okay, so I've removed the model from the box, but I think they're getting a bit wise to me opening these items, because they're taping them in now. So that is Corporal Jones. I don't know if I can actually remove that. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Let's see if we can. Yeah, okay, so if I take that off, I just don't want to make a mess with the tape, so I'm just going to try and pop that there. And let's have a look at Corporal Jones' figure himself first. There we are. So there is Corporal Jones' figure, and he's got his... Oh, that is sharp. he's got his knife or bayonet in hand there. Now, it says that this is a white metal figure, but this appears to be, it's a plastic figure with the bayonet is definitely metal, but the figure itself is plastic. It's not an overly terrific likeness of Corporal Jones. I mean, his eyes are literally popping out his head there, if you can see. So, yeah, not a particularly... Where's he gone? There he is. Not a particularly good likeness of the character. I mean, obviously you can tell it's him because of his outfit and the colour of his hair and so on. But, yeah, I mean, their eyes look very freaky on this figure, but there we are. But there you can see his bayonet, and like I say, it is sharp and it is made of metal. So that is the Corporal Jones mini figure. And let's just have a measure of him. So what are we looking at? We are looking at 5 centimetres tall. That's from top to bottom. Bottom of the stand to top of his head. Width-wise, widest point, we are looking at 2 centimetres, just under. And if we measure across the bottom of the stand, we're looking at about 1.5 centimetres, which is the widest point going that way. So that is Mr. Jones figure. Let's just pop him back into the container so we don't, whoever that was. Okay, well, sure. I'll do that in a moment, and let's have a look at the vehicle itself. So this is Corporal Jones is... I've just seen how this is connected onto the board there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remove this. It is... Okay, I'm just going to go off camera and try and remove this. Okay, so I have managed to remove the van, and what an achievement that was. That was well wrapped on. The strapping was wound all around the wheels, and it was going through the base of the box, and there was a bar underneath the box, and it was all heavily strapped on, but I did manage to take it off, and here we are, because I did want to get a good look at this model. I don't think there's a great deal of functionality on it, which is, I was hoping there was, but now I've taken it off, I really don't think there is. So unfortunately the back doors don't open. You can't actually see into the back cab because there's no windows. There's no holes in the cab where they would put their bayonets out, which is also another thing that I thought that would have as it was described on the back of the box. You've just got a very tiny window inside the cab. You can just see it through the door there. There's a very tiny window that looks into the back of the box, but back of the cabin, sorry, but you can't see anything in there. It's just it's all enclosed up. Okay, but it is completely die cast, so the whole body is metal. It does have J. Jones printed on the front there, and you've got the dipping headlights at the front there also. The base is also completely metal. Now there is this black strapping on there, which I'm not quite sure what that is for. I don't know whether that's just it's the step that you step onto when you climb into the cab. That's what that, and there's a step either side. Now on the bottom, we've just got Corgi printed on the bottom corner there, in between the two front wheels, and there's nothing else printed on the bottom of the van. It is quite heavy though. I'll give you that. It's a good weight, and that's probably because it's completely die cast metal apart from the step there and obviously the tyres. Everything else is die cast. And the functionality with this, as you can see, you've got the free rolling wheels, but that's it. There's nothing else that's functionality wise. But then, like it says on the box, this is for adults, it's not for kids, so it really is a display item. Okay, let's get some sizes. Let's just zoom out a little bit and we get some sizes of the van. So we are looking at overall a length of 13 centimeters, which is quite a good size. Height-wise, we're looking at 6 centimetres from the bottom of the wheel to the top of the cab. And what else do we need to measure? The width. So width-wise, we are looking at 4 centimetres, which is obviously across the top of the cab. And as it says, J. Jones, Family Butcher, weighted on daily. And you've got the same at the back, J. Jones, Family Butcher, and J. Jones, Family Butcher, weighted on daily. Okay, so that is the model. And obviously there's Mr. Jones. Let's take him out again and stand him next to the cab. There we are. So you've got Corporal Jones, and you've got the Family Butcher van, or as it was used for the exercise van for the troops. Okay, how well did these models do? Well, yeah, I think they've done pretty well. Dads Army has always been a popular show in the UK, and merchandise does always seem to fly off the shelf with anything to do with Dads Army. I don't know if that's because it's a generation that was watching the programme and there was very little merchandise ever produced for Dads Army. So when stuff comes up, it does get bought quite quickly and flies off the shelf quite quickly. So I think these vans done fairly well. Obviously not as good as what they would have done if they were for children to play with, but these are for collectors only, so they're bought for display purposes only. And looking at the Corporal Jones figure with that bayonet in his hand is not something that you could give to a child for sure. It is definitely a display piece only, and that is definitely not suitable for anyone under 14 years old. So yeah, it done well. It done as well as could be expected for a adult's toy, adult's collectible model. But as I say, if it was a little bit different and was geared for children, I think it would have done a lot better. But that's my opinion. Maybe right, maybe not. But these items, we're talking 2000, so we're talking 24 years ago when these were released, and they run their course for a couple of years before the line was discontinued. So now we're looking at 24 years on. They are now extremely collectible and very, very highly sought after, especially by the Dads Army memorabilia collectors. So finding them in this mint unopened condition, well, it was unopened. It hasn't been opened now, but it will go back in the box and be all sealed up exactly the way it was when we found it. But in this mint condition, finding these items is getting very difficult indeed. They do pop up from time to time on platforms. I'm not going to lie to you, they do. But they tend to be without the figure, or they're missing part of the box, or something else is missing. But in this mint, the whole set is mint condition, very difficult. But yep, as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Dads Army items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive you won't want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products, which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long-lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.